Hi guys, this is Jeff Jones. I am an owner and the founder of theboxman.com. This website, thisboxrocks.com, we've changed the way that you should watch TV. And every once in a while, some things land your way, especially in the genre of streaming. And so this is not my information, but it's coming from someone who everyone in streaming takes from. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's Upgrade Guy, Tech Doc. It doesn't matter who they are. Everyone is getting a lot of information that we post on YouTube or on Rumble or on our platforms from Troy Point. Shout out to Troy Point. I've learned just about everything I know about streaming, and even some legalities where it makes you go and search out for yourself what's legal where you live. And Troy Point, I'm subscribed, I pay. It doesn't matter what he puts out or what they put out. It's quality. And this is one of the best articles that I've seen in a long time. Hopefully it will answer some questions that come up a lot. As a person new in this genre, or whatever however you want to call it, I seek legal counsel. I seek my attorneys, whatever it might be, and you need to do this for yourself. This should not be taken as a legal counsel. You need to check where you live if it applies to you. But here's the question he has in this article: is streaming illegal in the United States? What you need to know. Now, as always, if you're going to be streaming, of course, on Troy Point's page is IPVanish and ExpressVPN. These people, it's his right to have that because he needs to make money because he gives so much information. And why not use his links? I have, and I make sure that he gets paid if I do a service or something like that. So I'm just going to go through the article. It's really, really good, and I'm going to highlight some things that really stand out, because there are some serious attorneys and people that know the law around copyright infringement, around copywritten or copyright law here. So I guess the biggest thing we always want to know is streaming legal, especially when it comes to either a reseller or even a customer. Now that's a really really cloudy place, if you will, because even as a reseller, you're actually a user as well. So it goes both ways from what I've seen. So here we are, streaming legal in the United States. He says there's a lot to uncover when answering this question, as the answer is not simply yes or no. We recommend reading through the total article. And he says they will go through also with Canada and the UK. Sorry about that. He gives his disclaimer here. And it says, according to the report from the Global Innovation Policy Center, streaming accounts for 80% of piracy in the United States. It is well documented in the United States law that downloading copyrighted movies, TV shows, music, and other software is a crime. The same is also true for those operating a pirate streaming website and providing content protected by copyright. In other words, downloading unlicensed content and hosting unauthorized streams is illegal under the current United States law. But is the end user of streaming from the website committing a crime? Lately, we've seen several instances of U.S. government officials pushing stricter copyright, and he gives you some links where you can go look at, and I'll make sure I give you this in the description. Here's where we get to, okay? Streaming online is not illegal yet. All the discussion of streaming legality starts with the Copyright Act of 1976, and there's a link there. This legislation essentially gives copyright holders the exclusive rights to create copies of their work and distribute them to the public. It says, while the internet has changed the landscape under the Copyright Act of 1976, viewing unauthorized streams does not technically violate this law. Over time, there have been several challenges to this piece of copyright legislation in the U.S., but as of this writing, nothing has officially changed. The latest legal challenge to copyright law came December 2020 when Congress passed the Protecting Lawful Streaming Act of 2021, PLSA. While there was many clickbait articles, which I've seen, trying to drive hysteria. This new law simply increased criminal penalties to a felony for those who operate illegal pirate-driven websites. And if you see where it says those who willfully and for commercial advantage or private financial gain illegally stream copyrighted material. Previously, illegal streaming was treated as a misdemeanor. Right now, it's treated as a felony. It says again, even if with this latest piece of copyright legislation in the United States, an end user watching unauthorized streams still does not violate the law. That's good news. A lot of people were asking that question. Now, the Copyright Alliance made this clear by commenting the following of the new PLSA law. Pay attention. This is good. This new law will not affect the activities of ordinary internet users, nor will it criminalize good faith business licensing disputes or non-commercial activities. This means that individual internet streamers cannot be subject to felony prosecution under this PLSA. The normal practices of internet service providers, ISPs, would also not be subject to penalties. So if you're just doing what you normally do on the internet, you have nothing to worry about as an end user. Now, he says, let's see what some professionals have to say about the current copyright laws in the United States. Is streaming illegal? Thoughts from legal professionals. After doing hours of research on this topic, we found various sources from legal professionals discussing the legality of streaming in the United States. Enter law professor James Gibson from Richmond University. Gibson has frequently published his thoughts on copyright streaming laws in the United States and is also the founder of the Intellectual Property Institute. When asked if streaming is illegal in the United States, this is what he said. I think the best interpretation of copyright law is that it's not illegal to watch unlicensed content. The person who's merely watching a stream should not incur no copyright liability from that act alone. Gibson also discussed the important distinction between streaming and public performance. He further explains this in one of his comments. Copyright attaches liability only to public performances, and streams aren't public performances. Streams are performances, but they're not public. If it's just you in the privacy of your own home and you're not making a permanent copy, you start it and you stop it, and that's the only interaction you have with it. Wow, that is big. A lot of information has been misinformation, but again, we're not attorneys. Troy Point's not an attorney. You have to check for yourselves, but after reading this opens up a lot of things, especially for the end users and even for some of the, I don't know, maybe the resellers, because resellers are also end users usually of the products and services. It says another law professional knowledgeable about streaming copyright laws is Nicole Half. Half is the head of litigation at Romano Law PLLC, and has also been featured in various publications. Half said this: I think it would be a hard argument to say that somebody watching a stream video is publicly performing the video. They're not the one putting it out there. They're actually receiving it. So that's benefit right there. Then it goes into peer-to-peer. That's where it talks about peer-to-peer streaming involves services that rely on others to share the content, like torrents. Maybe you've done it once or twice. I've done it twice where I've downloaded something off the internet and it happened to be a torrent. That when I did that, I got a letter from my ISP, internet service provider, that I had broken the law. A slap on the wrist. Don't ever do it again, because it was a peer-to-peer sharing. I am a user. Now I'm downloading that from a user without even knowing the law. It pays to know where you stand. And if you willingly do this knowing that that's an unauthorized copy, you are breaking the law. So when it comes to streaming, we need to understand as best that we can where we stand. And he even goes down here to see, is IPTV legal? What you need to know. One of the best things I love about the age we live in is that information can be found right away. but you have to vet this information. You have to put this information before, if you are a reseller or a user, hey, you can get an attorney's opinion. They will give you their legal opinion and based on what they know about copyright law. And it looks like it's not illegal yet. So as end users using the internet, with the internet being the elixir for all entertainment, it just pays to know where you stand. I'm going to put a link of this article in my description of my video. I just wanted to share this. I am very, very open and want to know what your thoughts are on what you may have read or what was shared, and I look forward to hearing from you. Once again, my name is Jeff. I'm from theboxman.com or the Boxbot, thisboxrocks.com, and we are grateful for everyone who's been following us for a while. We've been doing certain things over a 7-year period, and like I said, we check with all of our attorneys. I have more than one to make sure we are above board with all that we can be. With that in mind, click the links below if you'd like to know what we offer, and I look forward to serving and hearing from all of you as you look at this information. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.